We had new signups last night or yesterday. I knew some new blood. I was interested to
I'm
see.
letting everybody in.
I did change the title.
Yeah. Maybe we play around with that a little bit. It's always nice to get some new folks signing up. That's for sure.
Jay's here, so the party can start now.
Okay.
That's lovely. Oops, what did I do?
All right, we got a couple more. Yeah, like I said, I figured we'd have a couple stragglers. We got a couple of our regulars that are
awesome
sneaking in here. I think they've gotten used to they kind of know we really kind of start at like 8:32.
Around Friday time.
Yeah, it's Friday time. You got to let that first cup of coffee sink in. So
yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off.
Here we go.
I know more people keep straggling in. Good morning, everybody. Looks like we made it through another week, or at least 4/5. We still got 1/5 to navigate here today. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I see a couple new faces. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Kirk Brewer. I'm the branch manager for Finance of America Mortgage in downtown Chandler branch. And I've been doing this mortgage thing now for a long time. I hit 19 years this summer. So that's in the 20s, not far ahead. So I'll let Shane introduce himself as well. I'm sure everybody knows him as well.
And if you don't, that's a shame. Yeah, it's funny that you were mentioning how long you've been in the industry. It's like I was talking to somebody this week, and I'm like, I've been in here since 2006. So it's kind of funny that it seems, and again, for those that don't know me, my name's Shane Sauer. I'm sales manager at Greystone Title. Kirk and I have been palling up on stuff like this. We've been doing this thing now for 3 months, maybe? I mean, a while, right?
Yeah.
So it's been great, but it's been interesting. It's, since 2006 and what we've seen in the industry, and it seems like, the more I talk to people, the more we seem to be revisiting some of the same stuff. But here we are. Happy Friday, everyone. Glad you could join us today.
Absolutely. Good times. They go fast, right? You came out here in 2006?
2006, yeah.
Right so before you're the one who caused that.
Right, I have big shoulders, and I'll take the blame. If you want to put it on me,
lots of people do. Crash.
I'm good.
Now I know who the culprit is. Let's jump into it. One of the things I like to do every week is just give a real quick rundown on rates. So all of you guys, while I prefer personally that agents aren't, rate experts, the fact of the matter is you guys are always getting asked about rates from your clients, and you guys need to know where rates are at least hovering. So once a week, I like to go over that and just kind of let you know where they're trending. So let me share my screen real quick, and we will just cover where rates are this week. I think I got it. Good. All right, it's pretty uneventful. Rates have kind of stabilized here, just off those low bottoms that we had hit. We've come a little bit off of that, but we've kind of stabilized here. So real quick, our 15-year fixed conventional with 0 points, that's what we call par, is sitting right at 2.625. We'd gotten down at 2.5 at the lows. And with not too much, you could have bought it down to 2.325. But we're sitting right now 2.625 at par. On the 30-year fixed conventional, we saw a little bit of improvement this week, actually, and we've come back down to be at 3 flat at par. And then on our Govy loans, on our 30-year fixed FHA and our 30-year fixed VA, we've seen those have been a little all over the place during COVID period, for a bunch of reasons, mainly the CARES Act, and I'm probably a broken record for all of you guys on that, but it's really caused disturbances on those insured and government-backed loans because that's where we're seeing most of the forbearance and issues regarding repayment. So Right now, the 30-year fixed FHA and VA, they're both at 2.875, but they are both bearing 3/4 of a point to get that rate. And that's on top of the 1.75% funding fee for the FHA and the VA funding fee, depending on the vet's prior usage of their benefit. And then last but not least, the jumbos. Like I said, those have been coming back in line since COVID first hit, and they kind of went away real quick and then started trickling back into the market. And so jumbos, they're back, and they're competitive again. They're pretty much right in line with conventionals. That being said, the underwriting requirements are tighter than they had been pre-COVID. The underwriters are scrutinizing the daylights out of those. I got a couple of them right now. You see these extra gray hairs? I didn't have these last week. And that's because I've got a couple files that came out of underwriting on jumbos. And as soon as I saw the conditions, gray hairs just sprouted up. So the underwriting criterion are a little stricter, and the underwriters are really sticking to them. There's not a lot of discretion with the investors right now. So that's where we're at on rates. Very stable. I am not seeing anything that is going to, nothing on the horizon. I mean, we've got this election thing coming up, and all bets are off as far as what that's going to do for anything. But otherwise, I'm not seeing anything that's going to cause rates to go anywhere. I think we're just going to kind of hover here, at least till the election, unless something unexpected happens. Maybe we have another big COVID outbreak, or I don't know, maybe a vaccine that's 100% effective, drops. So I would just kind of plan on rates staying here. And I will just remind you guys, while inventory is super low, and it's hard to win those, bidding wars, the fact of the matter is buyers have more buying power right now than they've ever had in history with these rates. And so they shouldn't be as afraid to maybe have to bid up a little bit to get that house, because they've got more buying power. So let me turn it over to Shane.
Thanks, Kirk. And you're absolutely right on the inventory and all the buying power, because it's kind of crazy out there. For those that don't know, I am a Miami Dolphin fan. You could probably, I'm basking today in our win last night. It was awesome. My flag's still flying out of my garage. I'm not taking it down. It's going to stay there until next week, probably.
I still love you, despite.
It's all right. Yeah. So we have a lot of Patriot fans, a lot of Bills fans, a lot of Jets fans here in the Valley, but you know what? It is what it is. Each his own. Yeah, right? Each his own. Well, it's been an awesome week. Let me tell you, I mean, there's been a lot of conversations this week about marketing I've had with a number of agents. A lot of talk about Canadian homeowners down here. And we had Rick Whitstock with us yesterday. We did a class, 1031 class, and he talked about, reverse exchanges and also marketing to Canadians to see if they want to do a 1031 down here. So a lot of interesting marketing things, which I never thought about 1031s as an avenue, but you know what, it really is. So I can help with all that stuff. I've been helping a lot of agents round up some Canadian homeowners down here. So it's an interesting day. I am at home today. I'm awaiting a COVID test. Here I sit for 2 days now. Been very interesting, but here we are. Do want to show you a couple quick things, though, to help you with your marketing. And there's a couple things. And if you've been at some of our events this week, you've probably seen some of this. Let me see if I can share this. I do want to share this little report that I put together last Monday. I'm going to start doing them every Monday. I'm gathering up this information and putting it all on one sheet so you can kind of see with one glance what the heck's going on in the Valley and outside the Valley, where folks are buying, vacation homes or whatever. I mean, the market is just as crazy outside the Valley as it is in the Valley. Prices have shot through the ceiling. I've got a house up in Pine Top, and I'm looking at that. I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? But, it's amazing to watch and see what's going on. You can see how many single family homes are in the inventory right now, where it's jumped from, or plus or minus the previous week, median list prices, where that's gone week over week, average days on market. And I also put the market index on there. So the higher the number on that market index is, the higher, the bigger the seller's market it is in that city. So you can see, I mean, you can really see Santan Valley, which jumped out at a 95 on that market index. I was like, holy cow, huge seller's market out there, but not a whole lot of inventory. That's kind of why. But there's a lot going on here. If you'd like a copy of this thing, let me know. I'd be more than happy to put you to get you this one, but I could also put you, in a list to start getting them on Mondays when I start compiling these things. I kind of pull them all down. I like to look at them side by side. That's just me. I'm kind of weird that way, I guess, but it's nice to be able to see these all in one shot. I do want to share with you, let me see if I can do this. Hang on, bear with me for just a second. Let me see if I can actually do this. Let me try this again, but hang on. Let's do that. All right, and I want to show you where I kind of get these from. If I can, there it is. Okay, and this is where I get these reports, where I compile all that information from. So our market updates, if you're getting these now, or if you'd like to start getting them, let me know. I mean, they come out on Wednesdays, but I get that information on Monday morning, so I can compile this stuff early. But this is what those look like, and these are super easy to share with your database, with Facebook, whatever you want to do. You can pull this down, pop it on Facebook, email them out, print them out, whatever you want. This is a little more detailed report. Obviously, it's showing you a whole bunch more stuff, and this is just for Chandler, but we can get these for anywhere that you saw in that other list. I can set you up to get these things, and they're a little more detailed, like I said. So they're interactive, especially online when you could share them out. You can kind of see what's been going on over time. You've got a drop-down menu here. You've got some cool stuff here that you can play with and look at. Chandler's been creeping up slowly, and I pull Chandler up a lot because I live and work mostly in the Southeast Valley. So I like to look at Chandler and see what's going on. And inventory's been hopping up just a little bit. I don't know what that's going to mean down the road here, but inventory has been on a little bit of an upswing by little bits and pieces. But you can see last week and see what came on the market here and what sold. It gives you a really good snapshot to share with clients, or even keep for your own reference. You can search on these things for other areas, zip codes or cities. So a lot of cool stuff there. But it's been, like I said, it's been an interesting week. Talked to a lot of people about marketing. I've got another meeting today on Zoom after this with an agent who wants to do some marketing too. And we're going to talk about Canadian homeowners. And there's a lot of them down here that may be wanting to sell. Agents are having some success with that. So it's just something I can share. But yeah, lots going on. Interest rates still really good. It's a crazy market out there. It's like the perfect storm of stuff right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a great time to be in the business, that's for sure. You got a couple folks in chat there, Shane, that expressed an interest.
Absolutely, and I can set you up. If you want to get the market updates, just let me know. And all I need from you really are what areas you want to get this in, what cities or zip codes, and you get as many as you want. There's no cost to get those updates at all. And then you just get on a list and they just fire out automatically on Wednesday mornings. So the other one, the one I compiled, I can, Darcy, if you want to start getting that, and Jay, I'll put you on that list and I'll start sending it to you. I've got a few agents on there now. It's pretty new to me because I just started I should start putting this together, because seeing it all in one place like that really kind of brings it home for me. And you can really compare the cities right on top of each other to see what's going on. Gives you some reference, even for your own marketing, and see what's really going on in those cities, and allow you to market a little bit better and more effectively. And plus, it gives you a tool to market. I mean, Emma's with us today, and it's a great thing you can share on Facebook. It's just content, right? It's good stuff. So be more than happy to help with that.
Yeah, and a quick question, and that's actually the perfect segue to Emma. But quick question I had, when you send that out to folks, Shane, do you have to send it city specific, or can they have it where they have the drop downs and they can go pick any city they want to show?
They can, Kirk. So if you get one city, you can add more to it. Plus, once you send it out, if you send it out to a client, they can subscribe to it as well. So they can start getting it. They'll start getting it every week too. And they can play with it as well. So you can add cities to it and subscribe to them and change those, or I can do it for you either way. So super awesome. It's just a great tool. I've
Yeah,
been,
I don't know why you wouldn't want it. Every time I'm looking at that, I find it fascinating. I just, it's the geek in me, the lone geek in me. I just love seeing data and the trends on the data. So
yeah,
that's
it's
an
a
awesome
little,
report.
it's a little Cromford report light, let's say. I
Yeah.
think it's more geared towards your clients. I think Cromford is more geared towards you, the agent, just with the content that's in there. I mean, Cromford is an amazing tool.
Yeah.
A lot of pie graphs and stuff, and I like pie, so that's a winner. That's a win-win for me all the way around. But yeah, Cromford is an amazing tool, but this is more of a light version for your clients to be able to kind of look at it and understand what the heck's going on. I mean, Cromford gets a little technical, I think, where this really just skims it a little bit and kind of gives you the meat and potatoes a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And like you said, it's great content too. To have something like that you can just click and post instantly. What do you think, Emma? Is that good stuff that we should be using to post?
Definitely, yeah. So that's great content. I always recommend sharing market updates when you can. It makes you seem like you have really good market knowledge and you know what's going on. So yeah, definitely I would agree that you should share that to your Facebook.
Well, and for those of you who aren't regulars on our Friday morning coffee hangout, Emma is a regular here. She's here pretty much at least every other week, if not a few of the in-between weeks as well. As well, she does classes, but Emma's here routinely to share her knowledge. She is a social media guru. So she's here to share some information regularly, and she's here today. So what do you got for us?
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know me, which is probably not many people at this point, but my name is Emma and I am one of the co-founders at Remodel Social. We offer a content service for Arizona real estate agents where we post to your Facebook business page so that you don't have to worry about doing it anymore. And so today I'm going to be showing you some stuff in new Facebook, which has been an experience for everyone. Facebook looks completely different. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not sure how that's possible because I think it's switched everyone at this point. You can still keep clicking. There is some hidden spots where you can still get back to old Facebook for 48 hours, but then it kicks you right back. So this is unfortunately the reality we are living in now. This is what Facebook is going to look like. So I just want to show you guys a really important thing that I always tell our agents to do, which is to share your business page post to your personal page to increase your reach. So if you are struggling with reach on your business page, number one, you're not alone. That is definitely a thing that happens, and it is completely on purpose. Facebook does not want you to get free reach on your business page. They would prefer that you pay for it. So I will show you one way around that really quick. So you guys have that.
I've been dying to know this.
Yeah, so it
Serious.
Okay, so you can see here I'm on my business page. A quick note, you will realize you're on your business page if it has the manage page section over here on the left. A lot of people, especially with the real estate pages, they'll get confused if they're on their personal or their business page because a lot of times they'll have the same picture or cover photo or something like that. So the way to know is to look for this manage page section. So if you see that manage page section, that means you're on your business page and not your personal profile. So if you wanted to share a post, you just scroll down and it'll have all of your posts down here. And so you can see, sorry, let me just move my little zoom bar. You can see right here in the corner, this icon is trying to show me what I'm interacting as right now. So right now you can see that it has my logo. That means I'm interacting as my business page and not as my personal profile. So to share it on your personal profile, you just drop this down and click on your name. And then you can click the share button. I always tell people do not just hit share now because it's not going to let you preview what's about to go out on your page. So always click share to newsfeed. And then this is something that used to be missing and now is there, thank goodness. So they have this include original post button. Make sure you click this, otherwise it's going to share this link to your personal profile as a brand new thing. And it's not going to help the reach on your business page at all. It's just going to share it as a generic link, and it's not going to grab your caption with it. So when you click the include original post button, you can see it now has a hold of this caption as well as your page name. So that means when you share it over to your personal profile, not only are people going to be able to see the caption you wrote from your business page, but they'll also be able to click back to your business page to follow it if they're not already. So this is a really good way to quickly increase the reach on your business page posts. And we always recommend this to our agents to increase the reach of their posts. Does anybody have questions on this while I'm in Facebook and I can show you, Kirk?
I'll let other people go first, but yes, I've got a question.
Does anyone other than Kirk have a question?
Okay, I'm going to go with my question.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, I forgot it. Oh, it's important too. I'll think of it. Okay, so
Perfect. Let me hop out of this.
oh, here's my question. If
Yep.
that post that I want to share to my personal page was actually, it originated from Insta, because I have my Insta business and my Facebook business connected.
Mhm.
So that when I post on Insta, I share it to Facebook business. Can I do that on that from Facebook and then share it to my personal Facebook?
Yeah, so I think what you're saying, because like they're connected, so it goes out on your Instagram and your Facebook business page, right?
Yeah, but it originated from my Insta. I didn't originate it on Facebook. I posted on Insta and it then went over and posted on my Facebook from Insta.
Yeah, as long as you are on your Facebook business page when you're sharing it, then it's the same concept. It's not going to give you more reach on Instagram. It's going to give your Facebook business page more reach, if that makes sense. Okay, it looks like we had at least one person who missed it. So let me just go through this really quickly one more time. Okay, so again, you're in your Facebook business page. You scroll down to your posts. This little icon in the corner shows who you're interacting as. So to change that to your personal profile, you just click right here. And then you have the share to newsfeed, and include original post. And by the way, I just recorded a video doing this exact thing because so many people are thrown off about it. So if you need that video to reference back to, just let me know. I'll throw my email in the chat, but then that way you can reference that whenever you need to, just because it can get a little bit tricky.
Yeah, I'm always confused who I'm interacting as on Facebook.
Yeah, well, and for a lot of agents, they'll have their same headshot as their profile picture on their personal profile and on their business page. I always say if you can have them different, that's ideal because that gives you an easy way to know which one is which. But it will also show you, I mean, so if it drops down and it gives you an option to interact with someone else, then you know that that's your personal profile. But it does get a little bit tricky, especially for real estate agents who do have their exact same pictures or their page name is their full name or something like that.
Gotcha. Man, I love that. I'm going to put that to use like immediately. No, and I mean that in all sincerity, because I was just sitting there this week. I'm like, how do I get more, interaction on my business page? I don't have the same traction on my business page that I have on my personal.
Yep.
So that's awesome.
For a lot of people is they'll have a lot more friends on their personal profile, and basically those people, even if they follow your business page, Facebook is not going to voluntarily show those posts to them. So it really forces Facebook to show it to more of your friends if you do share it from your business page to your personal profile. So that is a really good way to harness your personal network still, even though you are still posting to your business page, which is where you should be posting for your business stuff.
Well, that brings up a good question, and that's twofold. And anybody else, unmute yourself and jump in here. Don't let me be the only one. But this, you all should know by now, I hate Facebook. I'm not very good at it. So every time I get Emma here, I learn really valuable stuff. Number one, should I do this for everything I post on my business page? Should I then go also share it? And number two, how much is too much business related stuff over on my personal?
So you do want to be kind of careful just because you don't want your personal profile to basically just be your business page. So I would say pick and choose maybe once or twice a week when you have a post that you think will really resonate with your friends and your personal network, maybe get that one over to your personal profile. But also don't forget to use your personal profile as well. Otherwise you're going to end up looking like a bot and Facebook is going to have your reach down lower and lower and lower, because if your friends continually do not interact with the posts on your personal profile, then it's going to show them to less and less people. It's kind of a weird catch-22. So you just have to be careful to keep things engaging on your personal profile. And yeah, I would say probably a good rule of thumb is once or twice per week, just to grab some of your Facebook business page stuff and get it onto your personal profile.
Gotcha. Good stuff.
I've got a question, and this is a social media question, not necessarily Facebook, but where does LinkedIn fall in that whole social media thing? I mean, I've been on LinkedIn forever and ever and ever. And, you know, I don't use it really for anything, to be honest. I kind of like get on there once in a while and poke around, but I see post after post after post after post on LinkedIn. And I know people are doing it religiously, but what is your thought on that, Emma?
Yeah, so I am not super active on LinkedIn. I think it was a lot more of a thing like a few years back.
Mhm.
And then it seemed like, because I still remember when it was an accomplishment to get like those 500 connections, your first 500. And now every time I log onto LinkedIn, I have like 50 connection requests. None of them are people I know. And I just think the integrity of the site has gone down a lot, and it's less about connecting with your actual connections and more about creeping on someone when they apply for a job, or, you know, looking at someone's profile if you're working with them and you want to know what their qualifications are. So I do think it's become less of a networking platform than it used to be. It's definitely still useful. I definitely think you should still have a profile on there, keep it up to date, but I don't tell agents to worry about posting on there a lot, just because a lot of times that's not even going to be where you're finding clients or where you're going to get referrals or any of that stuff. So it's just kind of another thing that is going to pull you in another direction when you definitely have other things to be focused on.
Yeah, it's funny. I got a call from I got on LinkedIn probably 2007. My first boss in title, he's like, told us all, get on LinkedIn and start, you know, friend requesting and doing your thing. And I did, because I take orders well, usually. But over the years, I mean, I don't even know how many connections I got. Thousands. I have no idea. But I had a call from my boss, Dan Boughton, who's been on our show before, about a week ago or so, because he was asking about an escrow officer that I was connected with, and I don't know how, because I don't know who it is. We had a competitor in the industry that was bought out last week, a big player in the Valley, actually. But we were.
You dropping names?
I can. It was Empire West Title that was bought out.
Oh, okay.
Yes, by Stewart Title, actually. So big changes there, which I don't know good or I heard bad, but you know, I'm on one side and they're on another. So what I hear is what I hear. But anyways, there was an escrow officer at Empire West Title that I was connected with, and he's like, hey, what do you know about this girl? And I'm like, nothing at all. You know, it's like, I don't even know how we were connected. It's not like Facebook where you're really chatting with folks. It's very different. But yeah, it's just a tool. It seems like a recruitment tool more than anything else. It's like people are looking at it for possible, you know, we've looked there before for folks, you know, but we're always looking. If you know anybody in the escrow world, we are looking. We are looking for folks. So keep me posted on that one. But yeah, it just got me back on LinkedIn again. I was just like, you know, I don't use this for anything ever. You know, there was a time when I was like, oh, I'm going to put my accomplishments on there. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, that time passed, you know. So yeah, I just didn't know where the whole ranking was. I know there's been classes on on LinkedIn marketing and putting your listings on there, which I know you can. I mean, I know you can put anything on there really, but I don't see that as viable, I guess.
Yeah, I do think it's kind of gone downhill a little bit, and I would say it's definitely good for job searching. And I do check it every once in a while just because sometimes there will be a real person that sneaks through and is trying to message me about something. But in general, I would say 99% of what I get on there is just spam or people prospecting.
Yeah.
So it's not super helpful anymore. And I do think it's helpful to have your contact information in your LinkedIn profile. You know, keep it up to date, make sure it's not way out of date. Have it with your current profession, have it with your current contact information. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about getting on there regularly and posting. Yeah, I just don't see the value in that too much.
Okay, well, here's another quick thing, and I don't mean to cut you off, Kirk. I know we're time sensitive, but okay, what are your thoughts on TikTok?
Got some dance moves for us?
Yeah, I mean, I think especially for real estate agents, there's no reason for you to be worrying about TikTok. I believe the median age is something like 13 or 14. Those kids are not buying houses right now. So don't worry
No,
about it.
in the future, they will. Maybe you
also
plant the
really
seeds
weird.
early.
Yeah, there's really weird stuff going on with that anyway. And yeah, you don't want to get wrapped up in that, believe me.
Yeah, and the future of TikTok, I think that's what you were touching on, Emma. The future of TikTok's kind of up in the air. I guess is run by Tencent out of China or something like that. And supposedly they've got conduits electronically to monitor people through their phones and stuff. So we don't know where it's going.
If you do have an
LinkedIn. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, if you do have an interest in TikTok, I think you have until Sunday to download it, and then we're done until a US company buys them. So if you are interested in it, you want to see what's going on, you don't mind all the privacy concerns, then you should download it before Sunday.
No, I deleted it. As soon as I heard there was potential privacy concerns, I'm like, delete. I didn't do anything on there anyway. I think I put a couple like mortgage videos that got views or something.
I started hearing a lot about it for use in the real estate industry, and then it's just one of those things that I'm like, yeah, you know what, I don't care, I guess. But yeah, that's just me.
Yeah,
I'm old.
Yeah, Jay was saying she thinks Oracle had purchased it. I know they were in a bidding war with Microsoft and somebody else. I think they teamed up, and I hadn't heard the outcome, who's won that, or if anybody's won that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they put in a bid for it, but yeah, I wasn't sure if it went through yet. So I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, and you know, just my 2 cents on LinkedIn as a mortgage person. I think it's a good place to house a resume. I think regardless of what profession you're in, it's a great place to have your resume online and have your contact information because it's searchable. But beyond that, to me, it's almost a nuisance simply because I am getting recruited constantly. I don't know how bad it is in the real estate profession as far as recruitment, but in the mortgage profession, it's brutal.
Yeah,
they're constantly trying to pick people off from other companies. Yeah. And so I'm very, very skeptical who I approve to connect with these days. You know, and I've probably got 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 connections, and I've started deleting connections because these people are annoying, trying to recruit you and sending messages into your inbox and all that. So great online resume service, but I think they're trying to make it something that it never was, right? They're trying to make it Facebook-y, and I just don't. Mm-hmm. We've got Facebook, right? So
better for worse.
Yeah. Awesome tip this week, Emma. I've got nothing else. It was kind of a slow week news-wise, industry. I don't know if anybody else has anything as we wrap up. Any questions? Good coffee blends that you can recommend?
Cheers. Cheers to the dark magic and the Keurig.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right then. Well, I think we are done, and we're right at about an hour. I think or a half an hour, pardon me. I think we were pretty much right on it. So, hey, everybody, have a great week. Shane?
We'll see you next Friday right here.
All right.
Keep
Thanks,
me posted
everyone.
if I can help.
Yeah. Don't be bashful. Reach out if you need help on a prequel as well. Thanks, guys. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Have a great weekend.